Hi everybody, I'm Peter Graves, and we're today in Franconia, New Hampshire at the Alpine Clinic, one of the major sponsors of USA Ski Jumping, where we're having a national team training camp up here, the opening camp of the season, and today we're getting a chance to talk to some of our athletes. First, we're going to be talking to Nick Alexander of Lebanon, New Hampshire. He's with us today here, and Nick, you have been troubled last year by an ankle injury, but you tell me the doctors up here have told you and you feel 100%. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Dr. Chen took a look at it, said that the ankle looks the best it ever has, the best he's ever seen it. And that's a good sign for me because, now I can just focus on my training and not have to worry about the pain or anything like that. So I'm looking forward to getting back to regular shape and doing regular training, and it's nice to be up here.
So Nick, missing that much training as you did and coming back for the later half of the season, does that motivate you a lot for this year?
Yeah, I'm extremely motivated to get back in shape and work hard and try to get back up to the top.
And you're going to Austria, to Stams, then you're going on some Continental Cups?
Yeah, we leave on the 24th and we're headed over to Stams. We're going to be there for about 5 or 6 days, training for 3 days, and then competition for 2 days.
Tell me about Stams. It's sort of a mecca of ski jumping, particularly for the Austrian team, a town outside of Innsbruck. But this is sort of ground zero for their national ski jumping program.
Yeah, if you're a young kid in Austria, you dream, if you're a young jumper in Austria, you dream of going to Ski Gymnasium Stams. And a lot of their best jumpers come from that area. Not to say that the other areas in Austria are good places to start too, but a lot of those kids have goals to go to Ski Gymnasium Stams, and it's a beautiful area. It's hard for those kids probably to wake up every morning and be disappointed with what they have out the window. But it's an awesome place to train and beautiful place, so I'm excited to go there.
Yeah. And the Olympics are obviously less than 2 years away. You were a member of the 2010 team in Vancouver.
Yeah.
How do you feel as you get ready for these next pressure-packed 2 years?
I feel ready. I feel fine. Especially now that the injury is under control, I'm ready to start attacking and getting back into good shape and improve the jumping a bit.
All right. Feel like the sky's the limit? You
absolutely.
Ready for some good performances?
Yes, I am.
All right. Thank you very much, Nick.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah. Next up here at our USA Ski Jumping Training Camp, we're going to be talking to Anders Johnson, two-time Olympian for the United States out of Park City, Utah. Anders, how are you feeling as we start the first camp of the year?
Good. Have some minor knee problems with pain, but that's kind of why we're here, to get them resolved. So it's not an issue going into the season, but other than that, I feel good.
How are the good folks at Alpine Clinic treating you? Are they pushing you?
Yeah, they're awesome. They're pushing us hard in the training programs in the morning, and then treating us well afterwards, making sure that we're feeling healthy and strong. So yeah, taking good care of us.
We've also had sessions on sports psychology as well as nutrition. Some of that happened today. How did those go for you?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's always the smaller parts of the sport that make a huge impact, like sports psychology and nutrition, and it's always important to learn new things and different tools and what you're eating and how to get 100% of yourself always.
You have been on 2 Olympic teams. Sochi is coming up. Are you continuing to learn things? Are you continuing to refine things?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you learn something new with the sport every day. Sometimes you have to learn it a few times, but yeah, I mean, always moving forward, that's for sure.
What, if you can tell me, what are you working technically on with your jumping? What sort of aspects?
Technically, just kind of almost simplifying things, making everything smoother and more rhythmic, and basically just making everything longer, essentially, with distances and everything. So
You had a great weekend in Brattleboro, Vermont last February. Tremendous weekend, winning both competitions there at the FIS Cup. Must have been a great confidence booster.
Yeah, it was. I never won a FIS level event before, so yeah, it was definitely nice to get those first wins, and then to do them in the U.S. was also a nice little bonus to it. So that was my first time to Brattleboro, and definitely hope that I'll be able to go back sometime in the near future.
Yep. In the fact that you've been on 2 Olympic teams already, how does that change the experience should you make the team, which would be likely, at Sochi? How will the experience be different there now that it's no longer a new experience?
I think the biggest difference is that it's not, it's going to the Olympics is obviously always a goal, but it's more than that now. It's more about getting results at the Olympics. So I think that's the biggest difference, is that to just go is great, it's a huge accomplishment, but to go and do well is definitely something that I look forward to doing.
How do you feel this whole USASJ program is coming out?
It's coming together well. I mean, it's 4 years ago when none of this existed. I couldn't imagine where it is now, and in another 4 years I can only imagine where it'll be. So it's definitely more of a program that I think we as athletes are looking forward to, and can kind of feel comfortable with, and then to kind of leave a little bit more of a legacy to some of the junior athletes in the sport.
All right. Thank you very much. Peter Frenette, as we continue on from our USASJ training camp in Franconia, New Hampshire at the Alpine Clinic. Peter, a member of the 2010 U.S. Olympic team in Vancouver. Pete, we talked earlier off camera about Iron Mountain this year. The best result, I guess, of the season in 8th place against a solid international field. What went really right for you up there to get that kind of result?
I just had a tough season this year with not a lot of great jumps during my competitions, but that was one of my best jumps during the competition season. I was second after the first round. I was just really able to bring everything together in that competition.
Does it help to do it at home? I mean, even though home's New York and you're in Michigan, is there something about competing on American soil?
Yeah, it's definitely kind of inspiring, because
Yeah.
we only get one competition a year.
Yeah,
So you want to do well in front of a kind of a home crowd.
yeah, for sure. As you said, in general, you thought it was a tougher season last year, Pete. Looking back, do you have any ideas what some of the things might have contributed to that, and how maybe they can be improved for this coming season?
I mean, definitely part of it was the lack of snow during the season. It was definitely tough because not a lot of training in the beginning, and then I don't know, just confidence early on wasn't there, because it started off kind of weak, so it took a while to get some confidence, and that's the toughest part.
Yeah, like in tennis or golf, it's like finding the zone a little bit, isn't it? Yeah, and that's a search.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was tough.
So you're going off with the rest of the national team to Stams in Austria for some training. You're going to go to a FIS Cup, a couple of Continental Cups over there. How would you like to start off this new campaign?
I would like to start jumping well, right in competitions, just doing what I've been working on in training, and just having good results right away.
You feel like that's achievable?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
It's pretty easy, I just gotta do what I know how to do.